Happy Monday, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're seeing this video. Welcome for Yoga for All training. I can't believe today is the first day of our launch. Amber and I are completely thrilled and excited about the amount of interest and how many people signed up for this course. It far exceeded our expectations. I want to thank you all for being visionaries and trailblazers and, aware participants in this practice of yoga, aware students in this practice of yoga, aware teachers. You are the ones who are going to help raise consciousness around the idea of yoga for all. So thank you for being here. So I've taught a lot of teacher trainings in my time. I'm about to teach, I think it's my 8th teacher training this year, and it starts in a couple of weeks, outside of this training, of course. And on our first day of teacher training, I offer my students some keys to success. Now, I've already posted this in the forum if you've had a chance to go on there. And of course, in the email that we're sending out today, I will post a link to that Keys for Success. But this is what I've learned. Learning new information as an adult is a little more challenging than when we were in school. So some of us may have been out of teacher training or school or academia for a long time. So coming back to take a course can sometimes be challenging. So I want to give you some tips that I have learned. And some have read from articles about how people are successful in their lives, strategies for making people successful, things I've read all over the web, and things I have recognized in my own teacher trainings. First things first, you invested a good deal of money to take this course. So that means you're interested, and this is something that is speaks to your heart. So what happens is we start out strong, right? We start out really strong with our course material, and then as the weeks go on, we kind of fall out or maybe fall away from what we're doing. What I want you to do is grab your calendar, your day planner, open your Google Drive calendar, wherever you schedule yourself. I want you to open that up, and I want you to schedule for the next 5 weeks, a day and a time, where you are going to sit down and watch your videos and review your material. So I want you to put that in your calendar, because here's what happens for me. If I don't write stuff down and plan for it, it doesn't happen. So it's also a way of putting it out into the universe and holding yourself accountable. So you want to finish the course, you want to have these strategies, so you want to take the time. So go ahead and put that time into your calendar. It may mean you have to get up early. It may mean you have to go to bed later, or it may mean that you download this material to your iPhone, to your smartphone, to your tablet, and you listen to it when you're on the go. So one strategy that successful people do is that they take their material with them, or they listen to e-courses and e-books as they're driving. So this might be something you might want to do. You might want to put it on your iPod, and that way when you go for your walk in the morning or wherever you're at, you can actually listen to the material. Another thing that will make you successful is active listening. So that means listening with a pen and paper or your laptop open, or however that works for you, so that you're taking notes as you're listening. So there's auditory learners, there's visual learners, and there's kinesthetic learners. So we are trying to adapt this training for everybody, for all those types of learnings. And then there's a lot of crossover in between. So for me to embody information, I first have to see it, I have to listen to it, and then I have to do it. So I'm asking you to do the same. Another strategy for success is applying what you have learned. So what you've learned so far in this course, I want you to take with you either in your own personal practice, if you're not quite a teacher yet, or if you're a teacher, start using these strategies right away and observe and be conscious of how your students react to the way that you're using this material. So what I loved about teacher training for me the first time I'd taken it, I had been doing yoga for a lot of years. I had been a fitness instructor for a lot of years. So I had a really great understanding of the practice and how people moved in their bodies and anatomy. So when I started taking my teacher training course, every week, whatever assignment I had, I brought to the mat in my classroom, and I was able to really absorb and embody the information so much quicker when I was applying what I had learned. So first step, you want to carve out time, put it in your calendar, and commit to that time. Second, you want to have active listening. You want to have pen or paper in hand, your tablet, your your computer however you choose to make notes, but you want to write actively. And third, taking that information and applying what you have learned. So even if you apply it in your own practice or you apply it in your everyday life, this is the way that we embody the information. Another strategy for success is talking to each other and sharing what you have learned and bouncing in ideas and information off of each other. I've been fortunate in my career to have interacted with some pretty amazing people with some very different skill sets. And when we come together and we talk about these things, it even solidifies the information more in my body. It gives me new perspective and understanding, and I always learn something. So I love the meme on Facebook that says, if you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. And I love that because we all have something to learn from each other. Even though I've been teaching and practicing yoga for over 42 years, working with an instructor such as Amber helped me to open up a whole new way of looking at things that I hadn't thought of before. So it's important for us to interact. So don't hesitate to use the forums. Don't hesitate to talk to each other on Facebook, make friends with each other on Facebook, and connect. So make sure you reach out to the people around you in the group, and especially reach out to Amber and myself on anything you need help with. And finally, feedback is always great. So I can't wait to hear what you think. Don't forget to ask us questions, and don't forget to give yourself some time to absorb the information. For a little while, it'll be like drinking from a fire hose. So don't be afraid that this seems like a lot. You have an entire year to absorb this. But the sooner that you sit down and embody this and sit with it and work with it, the faster that you're going to understand it, learn it, and embody it and start putting it to practice. So thank you everybody for being in this training. Thank you for caring about this topic. Thank you for being a part of this movement and this revolution, this evolution. Together we rise, and we're in this together. So I'm looking forward to taking this training with you, and don't hesitate to ask questions and be involved. Okay, see you next time. Namaste.